Hi guys, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot. Welcome to your weekly All Signs Tarot reading. I am looking at the week of February 16th through to about the 22nd, 2026. As always, I am starting with Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. I do want to say welcome to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help. All right, so I do have the Six of Swords popping out. So Aries, you may or may not resonate with that. That can indicate, for me, it can certainly indicate travel. So travel could be coming up for you, Aries. We have the Queen of Pentacles. What does Aries have coming up for this week, please, Aries? So I think things are definitely progressing. For many of you, this is on the work front. So as far as like moving up in your career, it could be things moving forward here with something financial for you, like some sort of deal or something like that. For some of you, I think you're definitely moving out of a time where maybe you were bored or things were stagnant. Let's see, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups, the Sun, the Page of Cups. Overall energy is the Seven of Cups. All right, so Seven of Cups here, Aries, could definitely be you looking at some choices, some options. What makes sense, what doesn't, letting go of whatever is no longer serving you. I'm definitely getting that. And Nine of Cups, yeah, moving forward, moving towards something that is going to make you very happy. Some of you are moving into a time where you're going to be very happy. So a new cycle is beginning, which, you know, we have Aries season literally coming up. It's right around the corner. So that's your time to shine, and you've got the sun here. So beautiful energy. I think that you guys are, many of you, you're moving out of a time where things were either stagnant, you were bored, something was going on there. Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups here. You're maybe opening up to like new possibilities. You've got options, you've got choices in front of you. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can also be a little bit like you've got your hands in everything. You're multitasking. You've got this going on. But you start this over here, this project. You got this, you got that. For some of you, you may feel like that with the Seven of Cups being in this position, which is the overall energy. You may feel like a little kind of all over the place, a lot going on. But Seven of Cups overall energy, Nine of Cups. I definitely think you're in good spirits, emotionally in a good place. Happy for many of you. Now, you've got two wish cards here at the bottom of the deck. So Nine of Cups, the Star. So this is a wish card. This is a wish card. Now, for some of you, a wish could be coming true, maybe in Pisces season, which is coming up here in the very near future. And then after that, of course, is your season. But you've also got the Sun here. The Tower at the bottom of the deck. I think there's a surprise. I think that for many of you, this is like a pleasant surprise. Or if there was like some sort of shakeup in your life, some sort of chaos going on, this can be like you seeing the silver lining. This can be you realizing something the bad options for some of you falling away. 5 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. If somebody was playing games, if they had a third party or whatever it is, I feel like that's falling away. So just try to stay positive here at this time. Yeah, there's like a shedding going on here. I see you releasing options, releasing things. For some of you, it's just a period of your life where you were not feeling that fulfilled or happy. I think you're moving into a period where you're going to be very happy. I think you were resisting with this energy. It's a little bit of a stubborn energy. I could be reading for some Aries where maybe you're a cusper or maybe you have Earth in your chart. Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. This is hesitation, like hanging on to options, hanging on to maybe whatever it is, beliefs, certain things that I think you've outgrown. And with this 7 of Cups, this is definitely like opening up to new possibilities. Now, if you're single, when it rains, it pours. I think that those of you that are single, this is you having a lot of options. A lot of options. I'm definitely reading for some Aries where you're going to have options. There could be a new love interest that's coming in. Some of you are maybe like separating yourself, letting go of possibly like a narcissist or somebody who was, I don't know, maybe a game player. You could be like turning your back on someone because you're looking at another option here. Yeah, so this could be a friend. This could be somebody that you already know, a love interest that is coming in. It's a social energy. If you've been like holding back, not wanting to go out, not wanting to socialize, feeling a little bored, yes, but like for whatever reasons, maybe you've been stuck in the house, maybe you've been working on something. Some of you, maybe that's what you've been doing, is just focusing on work. But this is a social energy that's coming up here. I definitely am reading for some Aries that you're going to go out. If you're single, I think you could meet someone or maybe be introduced to someone like through a friend. But nice energy here. So 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. That is new energy. There's new energy coming in. New feelings for those of you where it's someone that you already know. It's like new feelings. Acceptance, love. Also this flirty energy here. Yeah, so maybe I'm reading for some Aries where you're like holding back from like really getting to know someone, but you could be letting go of that. But overall, as you can see, nice energy. I think things are looking good. Financially, I mean, some of you are maybe trying to save a little bit more of your money here, not spending as much, but good vibes around that. Good vibes emotionally speaking as well. A lot of happiness. Definitely stay positive. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card for Aries. For this week, please, Aries. You've got the year from now card. Let's see what else we get. Okay, you've got a card that flipped right over. Okay, you've got a year from now, and then you've got no need to worry. Now, maybe you're starting something right now. Maybe things really come to fruition. It could be a year from now, but it doesn't have to be. We have the situation will improve. For some of you, maybe it's going to take a year for something to really turn around or to improve. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Guidance for Aries on the love front, please. Okay, we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Wow. So strong messages here on the love front. So free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and then release your ex. Now, if you're not hanging on to an ex or the idea of an ex or getting back together with an ex, anything like that, this can just represent needing to clear your energy. So if it's not needing to release an ex or the idea of someone or getting back together with an ex, anything like that, it can be needing to clear your energy. Could be needing to clear the energy in your space, especially if like you and an ex shared a space. Anything like that for yourself, which some of you definitely are doing with that Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Let's see, who is Aries dealing with? Who's Aries dealing with? We have water. And we have Virgo. So could be dealing with a Virgo. Some of you may also have Virgo in your chart with that Queen of Pentacles there. All right, Aries, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus, what does Taurus have coming up for this week? February 16th through to about the 22nd, 2026. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What does Taurus have coming up for this week, please, Taurus? All right, first card out is the Magician. We have the Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, the Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Death, the Fool. Overall energy is the Four of Swords. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. All right, so you've got air here, Taurus, overall energy, Four of Swords, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, I mean, you're coming off definitely relaxed with that Four of Swords. You could be catching up on your sleep. You could be resting this week. For some of you, maybe you're on vacation. But I am seeing this like, yeah, this like feeling of freedom in some way. Feeling free, releasing, for some of you, releasing some fears. Maybe you're really worried about a situation. I'm definitely reading for some Taurians where you're starting something new. Could be creating something, could be a new business, really anything, doing something new, and maybe you had a lot of fear, anxiety around that, and you're letting that go, you're moving forward. This is not an action card. I think that this is, for some of you, it's like you taking a break, or it's you recharging your batteries here. It's also like making peace with the situation, feeling calm, feeling at peace. Queen of Swords, definitely, definitely not showing any emotions. This is definitely like having a poker face. Nobody can read you this week. Yeah, I mean, doing a good job with that. You've got Temperance, the Lovers. I see very balanced. This is, for some Taurians, this is you definitely feeling more balanced here, definitely emotionally. So yeah, maybe something was out of whack. Okay, for some of you Taurians, it was maybe a lack of sleep with this Nine of Swords and Four of Swords. For others, this was maybe like needing to resolve some sort of situation, which I feel like, yeah, is being resolved. So Seven of Swords, there could have been avoidance, there could have been deception. Tower, Seven of Swords. Something was going on. It had you feeling a lot of regret or anxiety, worry around the situation, but you are releasing that, making a positive choice. I want to be very clear with that. So whatever decision you're making, Taurus, I feel like you're making the right decision, and definitely going with what feels right. This is also an energy of like staying neutral. So if there was some stuff going on around you, and you know, people wanted you to like pick sides or anything like that, you're going to remain neutral here in a situation. That's the energy that I'm getting. But look at this. I mean, first two cards out, Taurus, you've got the Magician, you've got the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful energy. It's you manifesting something new. You've got new, fresh vibes here. Ace of Cups, the Fool. But you've also got Death. So this is definitely like closing the door on something. Leaving something, ending something. Something is over. But with that, you are moving forward. For some of you, like kind of breaking free from that maybe mindset, or if you were like staying trapped in like one area of your life, like unable to move forward for whatever reasons, that is no more. There's definitely a feeling of like freedom, feeling free. With this Queen of Swords, I mean, you could be severing ties from certain things or people. Yeah, there's a protective energy here around yourself, but especially like your assets, money. This is making like good business decisions, manifesting something new. For many of you, I mean, this definitely could be some sort of business, something financial, something with business. If you don't work or it's not work, it could be something with the home. You could be starting a hobby, but that is a lot of independent energy. So I am reading for some Taurians where whatever it is that you're doing it alone. And I think you're quite happy about that. So I see you working independently, again, letting go of fear, anxiety, regret, anything like that. Eight of Swords, Chariot. This is very much in control. Relaxed, Four of Swords, and in control. So if you're worried about an ending, I think you're making peace with that. Overall, it's a nice reading. It really is. Good vibes. Finances are looking good. You might not be spending as much. I just said that to Aries. I definitely could be reading for some Taurus, Aries, cuspers. But yeah, you might not be spending as much this week. All right, what is the additional guidance for Taurus, please? What is the additional guidance for Taurus? Take action. We also have within the next few months at the bottom of the deck. So take what resonates, leave the rest. For some of you, I feel like you're either taking a break from something new that you're starting, or you're waiting to start something new. For some of you, maybe you just need a moment, and then you're going to be right back on that horse, right? Moving forward here with the Chariot. So just depends on where you are here on this journey, basically. For some of you, it could be going on here the next few months. Guidance for Taurus on the love front. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So trust is significant. And we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for some of you, maybe you are getting engaged. Maybe trust is a little bit of an issue. You could be working through that, though. I am reading for some Taurians where you're trying to be more open. And you also could be trying to, for those of you that are partnered, you also could be trying to express yourself more. Like maybe you're trying to communicate better, or maybe you're trying to show your emotions a little bit more. Some Taurians, obviously depending on their chart, but some Taurians are very, very hard to read. And so, yeah, for some of you, you definitely could be hard to read this week. And on the love front, you could be trying to, show your emotions, maybe communicate a little bit more, things like that. Making an effort. If you're single, maybe you're not getting back out there. It could be because of, some trust issues, because you've been hurt in the past. But I think that you're trying to be more open here. All right, who is Taurus dealing with? Air, and then Libra. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, possibly. All right, Taurus. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Gemini. What does Gemini have coming up for this week, please, Gemini? First card out is the 10 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. Overall energy, the Knight of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, Gemini, so you've got some aces, so new energy coming in, which is great. For some of you, maybe you felt like you were blocked or stuck. Especially for those of you where this is a partnership. So yeah. For some of you, it could be something like you and your partner were working on. For others, it's on the love front, maybe a relationship or something with like a love interest was like not moving forward, even a family member relationship not moving forward. There was like some sort of blockage or, excuse me, maybe a problem with communication, not seeing something. But that is changing for some of you. That is definitely changing. So Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. For many of you, this is you feeling inspired. You could be stepping up. You could be asking someone out with that Knight of Cups, or somebody could be pursuing you. So, you know, take it however it resonates for you. But you do have this Knight of Cups as the overall energy, which can be some Geminis pursuing someone, making an offer. You could be courting someone. 3 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Wands, the Hanged Man. All right, so there can be like some sort of agreement, a deal. I mentioned a partnership. There could be some sort of arrangements that are being made. There's a change that's coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. It's meant to happen. There's an agreement. For some of you, this can be a work relationship, like a business partnership. There's an offer on the table. So yeah, you may accept something, a deal could be struck, something like that. But there's good energy. There's good energy here around this. You've got the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. This is a lot of cups here, Gemini. So beautiful energy. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups. You've got the 6 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So there could be a reunion. For some of you, I mean, maybe this is around like getting back together with someone or reuniting with a family member, a friend, someone from your past. And there's good energy around this. So yeah, I see communication. I see for some of you, there's an offer that is coming your way. or you're making someone an offer. But yeah, we see happiness. There's like an agreeable energy here around this. And for some of you Geminis, I think you needed this. So maybe before you were feeling like a little bored or a little uninspired. So whatever this is, if it's, you know, an offer, if someone's asking you out, or if someone wants to reconnect, for some of you, I'm definitely feeling like you're psyched about it. You're happy about it because maybe you were in a funk, or maybe you were bored, or whatever it is. And so you could be going out. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. This is definitely all about lifestyle. And yeah, I mean, some of you are looking good. You're feeling good. A lot of abundance here. Abundance all around you. So maybe you have a lot of friends, a lot of family, whatever it is, a lot of people around you that love you and support you. Yeah, a lot to be grateful for, really. So yeah, I love this reading. It's a beautiful reading. Overall, really nice vibes for this week. If you're single, I definitely see a new possibility. If you're in a relationship, I'm definitely seeing like a possibility for like a date night. If you have not been spending a lot of time with your person, you could be doing that this week, making time for them. Gemini, additional guidance for Gemini. We've got perfect timing and choose a new direction. So you've got the wish card here, Gemini. I want to say make a wish. So if you haven't made a wish, make one. You definitely have new possibilities, new energy in front of you. New possibilities, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. So I think that this is the universe saying it's a good time for you to switch things up or start down a new path. Here, perfect timing. All right, guidance for Gemini on the love front. We've got very soon, you deserve love, and then children. So if you are partnered, you could be having children or expanding your family with that 10 of Cups. Some of you maybe just simply spending more time with your family this week. If you're single, I think that you definitely have a love interest around you. You have someone coming in. Now, maybe this person is childlike, and so I mean that in a very positive way. They're maybe young at heart. They like to have fun, a free spirit maybe. For some of you, they could be childlike, or maybe they have children. If you're older, maybe, you know, one of your children is like introducing you to someone. It could be something like that. But let me see. Who is Gemini dealing with? Gemini could be dealing with another Gemini or an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, guys, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cancer. What does Cancer have coming up for this week, please, Cancer? All right, first card out, Cancer, is the Fool. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Moon, the Hierophant, the Magician. Overall energy is the Chariot. Well, you've got both of your cards, Cancer. Very interesting spread here. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Let me just see what I'm getting here. I'm getting a couple of different things. Something. So for the first group of Cancers that I'm reading for, I think that someone or something is maybe triggering you, maybe getting you mad, getting under your skin. Something is happening here. Now, maybe you're not seeing everything clearly, or maybe the person you're dealing with is not. There could be a level of secrecy here, some manipulation going on here, someone trying to manipulate you. It could be a situation like that. And you're not having it. The Chariot, overall energy, you're not having it. You see right through this crap. Now, maybe you're going to block this person. You've got the Nine of Wands here. That can be having very strong boundaries. So yeah, that's like the first group. Something's going on here. There is some sort of like drama. There is something going on here. There also could be something going on with your money or a job situation. Maybe someone is like hiding something, or there's some shady energy around that. So anybody who is dealing with your money or has something to do with your money, yeah, you just want to be cautious there around that. I don't feel like this is the right time to maybe loan any money. There could be something going on with a vehicle this week. If you're purchasing a vehicle, you just want to be very careful. Do your research. Really maybe feel the person out. If you're dealing with like a salesman, you want to feel the person out, especially if it's not like a new car. If it's like an older car or something. There could be something going on with like a vehicle or like a motorcycle, something like that. So yeah, I would just be careful. There's a little bit of like a shady energy here. Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. For other Cancers, it could be something at work. Oh, I do like this energy here. So maybe you were dealing with like a shady situation or shady characters for some of you at work. And this is you not letting. So the second thing I was getting, the second story that I'm getting here for you guys is like you're not dealing with maybe someone's crap. This is definitely you taking a stand here. This is definitely you like energetically like going to war, going to battle here. You're ready. Now, with the moon showing up, I don't feel like all is known. It also could be a little scary. But this is like definitely not giving up here. For many of you, this is some sort of financial thing or something at work. Maybe you're like not quitting a job. You're hanging in there. You're not giving up. You're protecting what's yours. For others, you know, this could be financially. This could be with assets. Anything of value. But yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. I just see you just ready. So, you know, if you're a cross watcher watching this, this is definitely a Cancer that is like in their element. They're ready. They're not playing around with this Chariot. You also could be looking at like multiple different directions and narrowing it down, picking a path, moving forward, taking action. For some of you, taking action quite quickly, like, you know, I'm not going to lose this opportunity. I'm going for mine. You know, I'm going for it, basically. With this energy, the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm going for it. Now, there could be travel. Travel could be significant. Travel at night, I'm seeing in particular. Yeah, and just an energy of, like, I'm in it to win it, basically. I'm in it to win it. You've got the Fool, you've got the Moon, the Hierophant, the Magician, the Chariot is the overall. So you've got some majors here. I think that this is you very much like in touch with your intuition, with self, what you want, what's best for you. For some of you with spirit. Definitely like seeing the signs, taking action when you feel like it's the right time for you. This is you manifesting. Now maybe you're starting something new and maybe it's going to like fully come about in Aries season or Taurus season or even your season. You've got the Moon and the Chariot. So that's both of your cards showing up here. So that doesn't happen often, but good energy. It's good. I gotta say, so far, the vibes for this week, I'm seeing good energy. Yes, for some of you, a situation may be scary, but I think that you're prepared. All right, additional guidance for Cancer. Yeah, look at that. Take action. So I believe Gemini just had that as well. I think it was Gemini, or maybe it was Taurus. Look at that. Not the right time is at the bottom. So for some of you, this is a confirmation that you're in that driver's seat. And like I said, you could be looking at multiple paths and not giving up. There's a feeling of perseverance here. So when you feel like it's the right time, boom, there you go. You're taking off. So maybe up until this week, it was not the right time for some of you. It just wasn't. And now it is. Look at this. Things happening quickly. Big, happy changes. Listen to your intuition. There's recovery here. So change is definitely coming in. And you're manifesting this. All right, guidance for Cancer on the love front. All right, we've got forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past. You experience more love in your present moments. And then we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. All right, let's see who you're dealing with. All right, so we've got water and we've got Gemini. So could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. All right, guys, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Leo. What does Leo have coming up for this week, please? All right, first card out is the World. We've got the Three of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Overall energy is the King of Swords. All right. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, Leo. So there's a lot going on here. King of Swords as the overall energy. At the bottom, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, the Empress, we've got Death, we've got Temperance, and the Six of Pentacles. This is some sort of help that is coming in. I'm definitely seeing you helped from Spirit. You definitely have like divine support at this time. Definitely. There could be a situation though where, or for some of you it's a tough time, you're going through a transition and there could be some sort of loss or an ending to something. But with that being said, you're giving birth to something else with the Empress. This is very, very fertile ground. So if something is leaving your life, for some Leos, you're manifesting this new beginning very quickly. So if there is a loss, and I'm not saying that, you know, this makes up for that, but I think it does kind of shift your focus. There is a shift in the energy. Things will start to pick up and there will be a lot of communication. For some of you, this is an independent energy, and I am reading for some Leos where I think you're on your own. I'm seeing like a chapter coming to a close. So yeah, you could be like newly single. Some of you are on your own. Maybe you got a divorce or something like that. I am also reading for some Leos where you're still like grieving, you're still mourning, your heart is heavy. I could also be reading for some Leos that you're not showing it. So if you are feeling a certain type of way, I'm reading for some Leos where you have a tough exterior. I think that you're not easy to read. And if you are like mourning a loss or your heart is heavy, you're definitely not showing it. As a matter of fact, this week, there's a little bit of an energy here like, I'm not playing, don't mess with me, you don't want me to come for you. Like, it's that sort of energy. Like, just not today. Not today. So you may be having a week like that, Leo. You are a fixed fire sign. So I am getting that. You know, I have to tell you what I'm getting. And that's what I'm getting is, you know, like F around and find out, basically, Leo. So definitely comment. Let me know if you resonate with that, because that's what I'm getting. And so I could be reading for some Leos where you're going through it or you just went through it. Sometimes when we go through a lot of stuff in life, it definitely can affect us where, you know, we have a tough exterior. We don't let people in as easily. Obviously, we don't want to get hurt again. But we've got the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. I could be reading for some Leos where you feel played or used or manipulated, whatever it is. You went through some stuff. It hurt. It was painful. If there was, let's say, like a breakup, if there was a betrayal, so cheating, or someone just broke your heart, and then maybe like abandon you, and left you with all the bills. It could be like a situation like that. But I think that you are definitely like on your way to like feeling whole again and feeling good. Nine of Pentacles, that's you knowing your worth. You've got the 8, you've got the 9. Page of Pentacles is here. So I think there's good news around money. There could be extra money coming in. You may be able to make some extra money like through a friend. Yeah, through some sort of connection. For a handful of Leos, you may have someone around you that could be trying to cause you some problems. Maybe that is an ex. For some of you, I am getting that you may be dealing with like a shady character, or it could be, yeah, someone around you is not, maybe they're not the nicest. You could have had words with this person, definitely. But with this King of Swords here, I think you are focused on the truth. You're trying to be fair with this King of Swords. So if you're dealing with like a group situation, Three of Cups, Three of Swords, maybe there's even like a child that's involved in this. I think you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to be fair. You also may see exactly what's going on if like your friends or your spouse or whoever, if somebody around you is like being shady, yeah, like doing shady stuff to maybe get paid, like schemes, scams, stuff like that. If anybody is doing anything like that, maybe, you know, there's some sort of work here. Yeah, that maybe, you know, maybe, yeah, someone is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. We'll just say that. You could be finding out about this. For some Leos, you could be looking at this, you're realizing this. Yeah, King of Swords does not play around. So you may be done with someone. I'm going to be honest. I could be reading for some Leos where you're ending a friendship. You're done. You're done with some sort of friendship or like a social circle. a group. If there's like some people around you or a person, someone around you is like doing some sort of like shady stuff and there's some scams or some just shady stuff going on, I'm feeling like you are seeing it. For some of you, you don't want to be a part of it. If you or the person you're dealing with, if somebody does have really bad intentions and they want to hurt someone like on purpose and they want to cause them harm, anything like that, or hurt them financially, especially like in the pockets, that, yeah, I just don't feel like it's you. I feel like whoever feels like that, whoever has those intentions, it's not good for them. What you think and what you put out 100% is going to come back towards you. So I'm just feeling like you're looking at another person, or you're looking at, maybe for a few of you it could be a group of people, but you're looking at a situation and you're just like, no, this isn't good. It could be ending a friendship. Some of you are leveling up, so you're leveling up in life, maybe in your career. There's an upgrade here for some Leos, and maybe you're just like done with like a certain, group of people. And you're moving on up. And for some of you, that's what I'm seeing. There's an upgrade. All right, additional guidance for Leo. Okay, we've got big happy changes. You're ready, new direction, but big happy changes in this situation will improve. So yeah, for those of you that suffered a loss, like I mentioned earlier, there's this rebirth here. So you're already planting seeds. The ground is fertile. You're already starting something new. All right, guidance for Leo on the love front. Okay. For some of you, it's maybe an unrequited situation. So this says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now, that can be romantic or not, because I'm seeing that here in the spread as far as maybe ending some sort of friendship. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So again, something went down. For some of you, I think you're still healing. Maybe someone broke your heart. They're saying to keep an open mind, though. Sometimes when we get hurt, again, we don't want to get hurt again. So we, put up our walls. For some of you, they're saying to be open to maybe something or someone different. Let's see, who is Leo dealing with? All right, we've got Taurus and we've got Scorpio. All right, Leo, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Virgo. Four of Pentacles, first card out. We've got the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Devil, Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Overall energy is the Four of Swords. We've got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, so another sign, who had this? Another sign had the Four of Swords in this position. So watch your other signs. Two queens here at the bottom of the deck. So Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit. Three of Swords, the Hierophant. So there could be two feminine energies, maybe two females. A masculine energy that's significant here. I'm definitely seeing something going on with a female or a feminine energy. That could be you. Maybe you're dealing with a couple other energies here with the situation. Okay, so you or maybe like a friend, a sister, someone around you, if not you, there could have been a loss. Something could have went down. And I'm seeing help. So this can be you. This can be you helping someone in need, Virgo. So there is this like very generous energy here. I think that you're either helping someone or it could be that you're receiving help. You have some characters showing up here. So Queen of Wands, maybe a fire sign, Queen of Pentacles, that could be you, or that could be an earth sign, and then that King of Swords, so an air sign. But Four of Swords can be recovery. Maybe some of you are out of work. If you need something, maybe you have like a friend or people around you that are being very generous with you here at this time. Or you're being generous. I also see somebody protecting another person. So you could be protecting someone or someone's protecting you, or you both protect each other. I'm seeing this protective energy, protective relationship here. Yeah, there could be for some of you, there's like a very spiritual relationship that is significant, whether romantic or not. This is like a very spiritual connection. So I'm seeing a relationship, Two of Cups. I'm seeing a partnership. There could be like a deep trust here with this person, or this is a soulmate relationship, definitely. But it's a spiritual connection. There's a knowing here, strong, maybe even pull towards this person for those of you where it is romantic. You've got the Devil here, so maybe Capricorn is significant, or Capricorn season. The Devil, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. This can talk about debt. Maybe somebody needs help, like getting out of debt, or this can be financial help. So maybe you're helping someone financially, or maybe they're helping you. But you've got a couple of sixes. So you've got this Five of Pentacles. We've seen the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You got the Six of Cups, Six of Wands. I like the sixes here in a spread because it does suggest that the energy is balancing out. So the energy will definitely feel more balanced and harmonious here. And I feel like this is definitely in the near future. There's news coming in. There's an energy shift, Eight of Wands. You do have this very neutral, calm energy here with the Four of Swords. You're resting. Maybe you already heard something. Maybe you know. Maybe there's a knowing here. You know that there's going to be a shift. You know that something's going to happen, or like someone is going to be there. Someone's going to help you. Could be a situation like that. But Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, that's a lot of attention. It's communication. It's a positive shift. It's also victory. So with the Devil, like a lot of fear, feeling trapped, maybe like negative influences around you, and the Five of Pentacles, feeling all alone, helpless here in this situation. But there's like a knowing. There's some sort of knowing. And with that High Priestess and the Four of Swords, like waiting, knowing the energy is going to shift. Knowing that, you know, there's this positive change that's coming in. That's really what I'm getting. And if that's not you, that could be someone that you're dealing with, and maybe you're helping them. Additional guidance for Virgo. We've got opportunity, and within the next few weeks. So yeah, again, knowing that change is coming in, and with this Four of Swords, this is a break. It's not an action card. It's a break. It's no movement. For some of you, it could be recovering from something, but it's like, you know, there's a knowing here. Maybe even, you know, a secret, maybe keeping something a secret, doing something secretly. And there's going to be a big shift here in the near future. All right, guidance for Virgo on the love front. my goodness. Release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then children. Your love life is being affected by children. So I could be reading for some Virgos where maybe you're trying to release an ex. Maybe you have children with them. It is safe for you to love. You do have someone who's genuine that's in front of you. You have this true love that's coming in. Or for some of you, they may already be around you. For a couple of you, you could be dealing with somebody who's like going through a divorce. You could be, maybe you have a love interest or a friend. You may have someone around you that you're interested in, or things may develop with that person, but maybe they're going through a divorce, or maybe there's like a situation like that. Who is Virgo dealing with? Who's Virgo dealing with? We've got Libra and Leo. All right, Virgo. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What are they coming up for this week, please? All right, first two cards out, Libra. We've got the Ace of Swords and Temperance. Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Magician, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Sun, overall energy. Wow, Eight of Wands. This is nice. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Judgment. Page of Cups. Page of Swords. Two of Cups. All right, so I'm seeing news. I am seeing back and forth communication, but maybe maybe someone is like a little slow to reply or whatever it is. That could be you. That could be a fire sign. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Sagittarius, and also Leo showing up. But I mean, this is messages. This is communication. It's also an energy shift, things picking up, travel. You could be traveling, going somewhere this week, Libra. Some of you may be on vacation this week. Also, if you're manifesting anything, especially on the financial front, this can be money coming in. Some of you maybe even moving house. You're manifesting this new beginning. You have this spiritual energy around you. And you're also a very good judge of character here. Just, I think, making good decisions just overall here. So taking action, Queen of Wands, going after what you want, making things happen, Magician. We also have the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, manifesting definitely on the career front, manifesting for some of you more money, moving out of your comfort zone as well. So if you are staying stuck for whatever reasons, if there was fear, anxiety, for some of you, like a wait, like waiting for the right time, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, now you may feel like it's the right time to move forward, or there's been some sort of enlightenment or clarity or news. For some of you, I'm definitely getting clarity here, like you're seeing the truth, or you're seeing something, you're accepting something, you're moving forward. Ace of Swords here, could be signing something. But yeah, again, communication. Communication for you guys this week is huge. A lot of communication. I'm also seeing you move out of your comfort zone. I'm seeing you overcome your fears. Maybe some of you Librans this week you're in the spotlight, like all eyes are on you, and you could be overcoming your fears, maybe as far as like public speaking or being in the spotlight. Maybe you don't like it. Whatever it is, you're finding the right way to go about this. For some of you, you're starting to feel comfortable. If you're negotiating with somebody, it could be that you guys are finding like that happy medium. There's something like that going on here, and the energy's really, really good. I see you planning long term. For some of you, you're worried about the future for whatever reason. So maybe worried about your job or finances or whatever it is. I do see you planning long term. And if you had any like fears about, things that are going to happen down the road, you could be on top of that at this time. Maybe something's been like in the back of your mind bothering you. You've been worried about something, and this could be the week that you get that clarity, you get some answers here, and now your mind is going to be, at peace here. No more worrying. So that's really what I'm seeing. Again, it's a positive reading. I think that the majority, all of them almost, have been very, very positive. I just think the vibes, the vibes are definitely improving. All right, let me get you an additional guidance card. This is for Libra for this week, please. All right, we've got reconsider. So maybe you're reconsidering something. All right, and don't stop. Yeah. So you've got the Eight of Wands. I mean, that is definitely passion. For many of you, it's time to go. It's time to move forward, take action. And again, you could be moving out of your comfort zone. If you were uncomfortable with something, you could be finding that like comfortable medium. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, guidance on the love front. Guidance on the love front for Libra. I'm definitely seeing you motivated this week. Very, very motivated here. So we do have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Release your ex. I've been seeing that a lot. So the time has come to clear your energy. So if you don't resonate with the release your ex, it can just be needing to clear your energy. The signs are cautioning you. So keep your eyes open. Which... yeah, I think there's definitely some signs, maybe omens, things happening around you that maybe for some of you you've been missing. I actually feel like that's going to be turned up a notch here this week, and you will be seeing a lot of signs. If you're someone who wants signs or confirmation from the universe that you're, doing the right things or whatever it is, I think you're definitely going to get those signs this week, those confirmations. Let me see. Who is Libra dealing with? I could be dealing with another Libra. We've got Leo, but I'm going to go again because I feel like the last sign just had that. All right, we've got fire, so Leo, could be Leo. Aries or Sagittarius, and there is Cancer. All right, Libra, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Scorpio. We've got the Lovers, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Fool, Justice, the High Priestess, the Two of Cups. Overall energy is the Devil. So there may be temptation around you this week, Scorpio. We've got the Page of Cups. There also could be some sort of blockage. I'm really seeing this more as like feeling bound or stuck. For some of you, feeling blocked. So you planted some seeds, you put in a lot of time, energy, hard work, and maybe you feel like you're being cheated or used with the Devil in this position, like feeling used. So you planted some sort of seeds and you're waiting for those results. And with the Devil, some of you do feel blocked or controlled or even used. Let's see, so Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Page of Swords, Three of Wands. So maybe there's some sort of interference, Wheel of Fortune. There could be like multiple energies involved in a situation. This could be a situation with family, with kids. I'm just seeing what I'm getting here with this. So another sign, who did I just say this to? I don't know if I said it to Virgo. Maybe there's like a Scorpio-Virgo connection. I think it was Virgo. I could be wrong. But I'm seeing like a very spiritual connection. So that could be romantic or not. But I am seeing a relationship, very spiritual connection. You may feel pulled towards this person. With the Devil, you may be tempted. So maybe you're married, maybe they're married. There could be some sort of temptation. This could be with the third party, but doesn't have to be. But I am seeing a relationship. For a few of you, there could be this like secretive relationship, so something you're keeping under wraps, and that really could be for any reason. So, you know, maybe it's because someone's married, or maybe it's because, you know, you're very different, whatever it is. There could be like a secret romance. We've got Gemini, Aries, Libra, Pisces showing up, possibly, maybe Capricorn. But there's communication. For some of you, this is a love interest or could be an ex. If you're single and dating, you may meet someone online, and this could be you going out on a date. So there could be a strong attraction, there could be a strong temptation. If you are going on a date, if things are moving quickly, the advice here is to definitely maybe slow things down, take your time, definitely, you know, protect yourself. There is a little bit of like a shady, deceptive energy here with this Devil and the Seven of Swords. So yeah, just make sure you're not being used. Listen to your intuition. If somebody or something just feels off, it's because it is. Maybe somebody is married. 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Someone could be married. I'm also seeing an apology. So for those of you that are hearing from someone from your past, or maybe this is a family member, sibling, some stuff may have gone down. This could be an apology. So if someone did something to you, if they were unfair in some way, if some ish went down, for some of you Scorpios, this can be an apology. You could be apologizing to someone. I'm seeing here someone maybe needing more time to look at the entire situation or to look back on it and like re-examine things. And so, yeah, I mean, you could be doing this. You could be reaching out to someone, or somebody could be reaching out to you. The Devil can always be a no, but it's more of like a heck no. You blocking someone, or you rejecting them, but it's like a hard rejection. So yeah, you've got this Page of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. The Lovers, that's a decision that is needed. You've got the High Priestess, the Fool. If you get a feeling like someone is trying to use you or take advantage of you or fool you in some way, you definitely could be giving them like a hard no. So yeah, it's quite the interesting reading. Yeah, I feel like someone wants something. With Justice, you know, maybe they have something legal ongoing. Maybe they need money for, you know, legal counsel or something like that. Someone may be in hot water. Maybe someone did something. They got themselves into trouble. So maybe they're asking for your help. There could be a situation like that. Something could have went down. I'm also seeing here that maybe someone did something, like a friend or maybe your spouse. Someone may have did something and they want you to keep something a secret. Or maybe you want someone, Scorpio, you may want someone to keep something a secret. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. You just have to be careful with that one. We all have free will, and some of you may be like, no, like, heck no, I'm not doing that. But for others, you certainly may help someone, especially if it's like one of your kids or a family member or even an ex, maybe someone you have kids with. You definitely could be like thinking about them, thinking about their future. You want them to, you know, live their best life. And so if someone needs your help and they're in like a sticky situation, you may help them, definitely. Let me see, what is the additional guidance for Scorpio, please? Oh my God, look at that. No, and this is the heck no card. No, okay. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, this is great. So, like I said, it's a general reading. Yeah, so this is funny. So for some of you, this is like a heck no, a slam the door in your face type of no. But then, like I said, I'm also getting this very generous energy where I feel like if it's one of your kids or a lover, a spouse, and they're in hot water, you certainly could be helping them get out of it. So you definitely have to take what resonates, leave the rest. For some of you, maybe ask yourself if this decision that you're making aligns with your values. But, you know, on a positive note, on a more positive note, there can just be a very strong attraction, very strong desire, very strong want, or I want to say want, because the devil can be like an obsessed sort of energy. So yeah, you may really want someone. Could be, yeah, like really, really desiring someone or something this week. May definitely feel tempted. All right, so guidance. Okay, I'm gonna put these back in. That's far too many. I want to give these a good shuffle. For Scorpio, please. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, and we have got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying in this moment fully. So maybe you're attracting someone, Scorpio, has trust issues. Maybe you have trust issues. Let's see, who is Scorpio dealing with? We've got Leo and we've got Capricorn. So for some of you, it is maybe a Capricorn. All right, guys, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a like and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius have coming up for this week, please? We've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Overall energy is the Magician. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. All right, guys, so you've got the Magician as the overall energy, which is you manifesting. You're manifesting, you have everything you need when it comes to manifesting whatever this is. For many of you, I mean, it's a solid foundation, Four of Wands. This is a happy home card, so maybe living in your dream house, or even working like your dream job, feeling very, very stable, very secure. Yeah, I mean, this is what you want. Ooh, look at this. So, Four of Wands, the Star. This is a nice, calm, peaceful energy here. For some of you, maybe you're taking time off, taking a break this week. But that gives you maybe more time to manifest. There's really good energy around this. And you've got also two wish cards back to back. So another sign, I don't know if it was Aries or Gemini, another sign had both of the wish cards in their reading as well. So go watch your other signs. But you've got the Star and the Nine of Cups. So, I mean, if you're wishing for that long-term relationship, that serious relationship, or even just to feel safe and secure in a job, or to settle down in some sort of way, whatever you're hoping and wishing for, I mean, that's what you're manifesting. Those of you that are trying to attract like someone on your level, that's what you're manifesting. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, so a lot of abundance here. So Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups. For some of you, maybe it's family. You could be starting a family or growing your family. Whatever it is that you're doing, I think you're definitely dealing with higher forces. And I think it's the right time. I really think it's the right time, especially if you're a Sag where you felt stuck, or there was no movement, or you were going like kind of round and round in circles, needing a change. For some of you, I mean, this can be on the love front if you've been single, kind of in hermit mode. Not much going on, and you're desiring change. This is you doing something about it. You are definitely manifesting. For some of you, though, there's been delays. There's been some slow energy here around this. And I'm getting some Sages where, you know, maybe you have a routine. For example, you know, maybe you go to work or school, you do your daily routine. So you go to work or school, you come home, you do this, you do that, you go to the market, whatever it is, you go to bed. Next day, repeat. If you felt like kind of like things were on repeat and it's like just this never ending cycle, for some of you, I think you're doing something about that to break that pattern, to break that, that cycle that was on like repeat. And then I also could be reading for some Sages where there's either some sort of depression, Five of Cups, maybe a focus on the past, looking at a loss or feeling down because there was some sort of loss or disappointment. You still could be healing. You could be taking a chance or, yeah, I mean, manifesting change in your life, like doing it slowly. For some of you, I mean, you're manifesting this Four of Wands and you're working very hard to bring this about. But it may feel like kind of that never-ending cycle. But yeah, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, the Hermit. So with the Hermit, you could be pulling back. You could be spending time alone. You could be going like inward. Yeah, I'm seeing you could be meditating a lot, or you're just maybe doing some soul searching here. You know, do I want to keep doing this, or do I need a change here? Or do I need to break the pattern? Others, you're maybe spending time alone and you could be working. You could be working on like a passion of yours. Could be like a passion project. There's something you're doing. Could be even doing this at home and it's making you happy. For some, and then like I said, for a couple of you, you're trying to break a pattern here. But overall, really nice vibes. I just think you're dealing with divine timing and you are manifesting. But, you know, this wheel is going to turn at the pace in which it's meant to. And so I know you're a fire sign. And so it might not be like super easy for you to wait this out, but for some of you that you are manifesting, I just feel like it's at a slower pace. All right, additional guidance for Sagittarius. We've got the yes card. Very nice. You've got the yes. We've got not the right time at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. But you've got the yes card. So, I mean, it does go with what I just said. You are manifesting slowly. Yes, you're manifesting. Is it the right time? Maybe for this to fully come about? I think it's going to take some time. I think that right now, you're creating. Right now, you're figuring things out and maybe looking at, you know, your resources and just figuring things out right now. But you are manifesting. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Wow. For some of you, you're manifesting a soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So if you're single, this is saying stay positive. You actually have a soulmate coming in. Soulmate relationship. So stay positive. This definitely may be a long-term relationship for you. Four of Wands. A lot of people do read that as like a marriage card. For me, I see it more as like a long-term relationship, a committed relationship. Can be living together. Not necessarily a marriage card for me. But let's see, who is Sagittarius dealing with? We've got Air and we've got Leo. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and then we've got Leo. All right, Sag, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What do they have coming up for this week, please? All right, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, Five of Pentacles, Justice, Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. Overall energy is the Four of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. Couple of nines here. Couple of sevens. And twos. So you got the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords, and Judgment. This is definitely Eight of Swords. Maybe some of you are not moving forward because you don't trust someone, you don't trust the situation, not all is known, there's fear around this, you've been wounded in the past. So, excuse me, I am reading for some Capricorns where I think you're rejecting someone or something. There is an offer on the table, Four of Cups. So there is an offer on the table, but because you've been wounded, this is you having your walls up, and for some of you, you're exhausted. You went through a lot. I feel like this could be you turning someone down. Yeah, you could definitely be turning someone down because they hurt you in the past, or yeah, you don't want to get hurt again. Which is interesting because you, Capricorn, I believe it was Scorpio. So you just came up in their reading. I want to say it was Scorpio. And they had a reading that was talking about rejection. And so if you're dealing with a Scorpio, if you have Scorpio in your chart, go watch that reading. You also may not You may not be interested in something enough or someone. You don't care enough. There's this energy here of just like, I just, I don't care. I'm just going to block out the situation. I don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm exhausted. For some of you, that's what it is. I'm exhausted. So I'm just going to put up this boundary. Like, I don't want to deal with something. That's the sort of energy I'm getting off this. I just don't want to deal with something. For a few of you, I think there is something going on with maybe a vehicle this week. So a vehicle may break down. You may need to put some money into a vehicle. I do feel like you are going to find a solution here for whatever this is. So if there's a problem with the vehicle, if there's a problem with communication of some sort, if there is a problem traveling this week, I think it's going to be resolved. So if there is some sort of issue around any of those things, communication, a vehicle, or travel, I do feel like there is like a remedy. There's a solution that's coming in. For those of you that can't maybe fix a vehicle, you could just go buy one. You've got justice here. This could be you signing a contract. You've got justice with the Two of Cups. You and another person like reaching a deal. For some of you, you could be settling for something. So, maybe it's like a vehicle that's not your dream vehicle, or if you're moving house, maybe it's not the neighborhood or the type of house that you were looking for. There might be a little compromise there for some of you. So yeah, it's an interesting reading. You may be dealing with an air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. If you need help, this person could be coming through and helping you, or you can always flip that. You could be maybe helping someone in need. But yeah, there is some sort of struggle with the Five of Pentacles. For those of you that are divorced, if there's something with a child or anything legal, there's success here. So you could be settling for something, especially if it's like some sort of settlement offer or something legal. If it's not exactly what you wanted, you still may accept it. Because maybe some of you just want something to be over. But Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. On the love front, for some of you Capricorns, maybe you're meeting someone who's like not your usual type. You could be getting to know another person. Yeah, for some of you, maybe you're getting to know someone and they may not be your usual type, but that's not always a bad thing. Maybe they have trust issues. Maybe you have trust issues. But we've got trust. And we've got abundance. So if you are struggling, if there's a lack with this Chariot here, there is going to be forward movement. For some of you, physical travel. There's going to be movement, though, with the energy. Guidance for Capricorn on the love front. We've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right, who is Capricorn dealing with? We've got Leo in Libra coming through in Cancer. Here, Leo, I'm going to go again. Leo, excuse me, and then we've got Taurus. All right, Capricorn, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Aquarius. What does Aquarius have coming up? All right, first card out is the Ten of Cups, the Hanged Man, the King of Wands, the Lovers, Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, the Star, Three of Wands, and the overall energy is the Knight of Cups. Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Page of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, Five of Cups, the Tower. So you also, Aquarius, you have both wish cards showing up. You've got the Nine of Cups, you got the Star A couple other signs actually had that for this week, so go watch your other signs. So yeah, make a wish. Of course, be careful what you wish for. If you are involved with someone, so if you're interested in someone or if you're involved with someone, I think you're figuring out, you're gaining a fresh perspective here as far as like the long term. So you've got the Ten of Cups here with the Hanged Man. I think that you want what you want. That's the happily ever after card. So whatever is going to make you happy, Ten of Cups. I think that you know what you want, but maybe the person you're dealing with, maybe you guys don't want the same things. I think you're finding something out here. Maybe someone is trying to like avoid a commitment or avoid moving in together or settling down or whatever it is. I think you are definitely maybe looking at a person or a situation differently. Also, there's a little bit of spying energy. So you can always flip that, and maybe someone is looking at you and they're thinking that. But you've got the Knight of Cups as the overall energy. That can be an apology. That can be an offer. You could be quite charming and charismatic and in a more romantic mood this week. So those of you that are partnered, you've got the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, mirroring it. The Star, you could be healing your relationship. You could be making peace. Maybe something went down. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Something may have gone down in the past. But yeah, for those of you that are married or you have a family with someone, yeah, you could be apologizing to them or they could be apologizing to you. Maybe you're doing what's best for the kids. I'm also getting this energy, this vibe of like star-crossed lovers, that sort of vibe. So for another group of Aquarians, I think that there is some sort of love situation. Yeah, it could be with this King of Wands. So, I mean, it could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. But he's normally someone who is very attractive. Someone with positive energy, can be someone with a lot of energy. They're fire, very passionate. Can be athletic, but very passionate individual. So, yeah, I mean, you could be involved with this person. There may be a very important decision around this person. Or for some of you, I mean, this is you taking action. Maybe you want to maybe ask someone something, what they want. If you're dealing with someone, maybe you want to know more. So, you know, even if it's not in regards to, you know, do you want, you know, to get married in the future, whatever it is. Maybe you're just trying to figure out if this person is the one. For some of you, it's like as simple as that. You're trying to maybe figure out, is this your person? Are you meant to be together? Somebody may be at a distance. So I am reading for some of you where you have someone at a distance. Maybe you talk a lot like online or, you know, through whatever, if they're at a distance, FaceTime or whatever. But yeah, there needs to be some sort of decision. Let's see, let's get you an additional guidance card for Aquarius. If you're single, if you're absolutely single and you have not tried online dating, I think it would be a good time for you if that's something you wanted. You have remain positive, wait, and then success. So there is a situation in your life where they're saying remain positive. This is worth the wait because there is success. So it could be with this relationship, but for others, you know, it may be something else that you're waiting on. I do see someone coming in. For some of you, like I said, it's like a soulmate, and they may be at a distance, or maybe there's distance between you, some sort of emotional distance between you. With that Knight of Cups, you could be like making up for that. Very flirty and fun energy, cute, kind of cute energy. And then for others, I think that there's something coming in down the road, and it's something really positive. All right, guidance for Aquarius on the love front. Let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, and then retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So if you've been in hermit mode, maybe you're going to be going out more. You could be hanging out with your friends. Maybe a friend is going to introduce you, or you may be interested in a friend. Let's see, who is Aquarius dealing with? You have Pisces and Gemini and Aquarius coming through. Aquarius and Pisces. All right, guys, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Pisces. We have the Chariots, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Six of Wands, Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups, the Sun, Death, and then overall energy is the Three of Cups, Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, so overall energy, Pisces, is the Three of Cups. This is a very social energy. Can represent you reuniting with someone. Yeah, there's a change, and it's happening fast. So first two cards that came out, we've got the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. This is a change that's happening fast. And, it's a change that you want. Something that you're going to be very happy about. You may celebrate this change. For some of you, your birthday is coming up. Maybe you're going somewhere, you could be traveling, or someone could be coming to see you. You definitely could be reuniting with another person, or maybe even a couple other people. There could be 3 or more people involved in a situation. Maybe there's like a family reunion and you're all meeting up. It could be a situation like that. But I'm just seeing, a lot of warmth, a lot of happiness, a lot of attention. But you have the Eight of Cups and Death. So there may have been a loss or an ending. Notice how she's literally turning her back, walking away. I am reading for some Pisces where you walked away from something. You're walking away, accepting maybe a loss, accepting something, but turning your back on whatever's no longer serving you and moving forward. Now, for some of you, you may feel defeated. Five of Swords, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the World. Yeah, I'm reading for some Pisces, you're coming up in your element. I really feel like you're turning your back on whatever's no longer serving you. You're jumping in the driver's seat here. For some of you, physically going somewhere, leaving something behind, making a change. Maybe you're going to stay with a friend this week. Because I do see a lot of happiness. So yes, we have the Eight of Cups and Death showing up in the spread. But I'm seeing you good. I'm not seeing you like sad or depressed. No, or even grieving. Nothing like that. This is more of like I'm separating myself. I'm distancing myself from this because I know that it's over, it's ending, and I'm moving forward here towards something else. The Sun, the Six of Wands. This is success. It's happiness. At the bottom of the deck, we have the World. So, that is definitely chapter completion. You've got the Wheel. You've got the World. Ace of Wands. That's a new beginning. So yeah, there is an ending, or there is a significant change. But there's a feeling of like feeling proud of yourself because you turned your back, because you left something behind. There is this feeling of like being proud of yourself, which is great. Your friends may be proud of you. There's just this happy energy here. So yes, we're seeing that change. We're seeing that ending. But again, there's just no depression. There is no like grieving energy here. If you were, you're not any longer. I think that you're excited. You're happy. You're excited. For some of you, ready to have some sort of fun, go out with your friends, celebrate, or just reunite with friends. It's just a nice energy. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card, Pisces. If on the love front you were dealing with maybe a player or someone that plays games, you're turning your back on them. So that's who you're ending it with, like a player or maybe even a narcissist. Yeah, you're walking away. And notice how, I love this. Notice this. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart or Leo in your chart as well. But Eight of Cups, she is walking away. And notice how the Queen of Cups is moving in the same direction. I feel like you're emotionally letting go, accepting something, emotionally letting go. You could be making a big announcement. You could be putting something maybe on social media, like I'm single, I'm available, or whatever it is. Or just making like a really positive post. You could be announcing something. I like the energy. We have unlikely. We have look for a sign. Let me go again. So the unlikely can be you turning your back on whatever this is. We have meditation brings answers. Look at that, and let go. So if you feel like something is unlikely, it's just not going to work out, it's not going to happen, that's that Eight of Cups and death. It's like, nope, I'm done with this. I need to quit. I need to move on. You may meditate on this and then let go and move forward. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Big happy changes. So you're letting go, and then you have these big happy changes and opportunities come in if you believe. So you got to stay positive. It's just, you know, it's just a nice confirmation, and it's a positive read. Let's see, guidance on the love front for Pisces. All right, we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you now. And then we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So for those of you that are in a relationship, there needs to be a decision. So do you stay? Do you go? What do you want? All right, who is Pisces dealing with? We've got Scorpio and we've got Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, Pisces. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. I do want to thank you all for watching. I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. If you have not watched your February All Signs monthly reading, I will have it linked here in the video, along with the Valentine's collective reading that I have up on my channel as well. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a great week.